What's up, guys? Jaja here. Don't mind the eye. You get down and dirty, you play dirty. You know what I'm saying? So got a little eye infection going on, but let's ignore that. You have the World Championships going on, finals, 400-meter hurdles. Rye Benjamin, he's my goat, so hopefully he takes us away. Yeah, let's get into it.
And then you also have to add into the mix Alison dos Santos, who's the number 3 performer of all time. He'll start out in lane 9, and next to him, Abakar.
Okay.
This is his world's debut. Didn't get out of the first round in his Olympic debut last summer in Paris.
Rye has said, I hope it will be fast, I hope it's historic, and I hope I will be on the right side of history.
I think you can guarantee 2 of those. It will be, it certainly will be fast.
Nathaniel Ezekiel, the NCAA champion from Baylor, representing Nigeria.
The last 2 NCAA champions are in this race, but it also includes Samba, the 5th fastest man of all time. He was the bronze medalist back in 2019 at home in Qatar.
He has won 3 world championships. As Karsten Warholm is introduced.
He's also won more medals at Worlds at this event than anybody else except Rye Benjamin.
Emil Ajakum of Germany. He ran a lifetime best in the semifinals to get here his first global championship final. And in the American, Caleb Dean.
He's the second NCAA champion that I was referring to. He was the champion last year. And in lane 6, Ezekiel is the reigning NCAA champion.
Stop looking at me, bro. Stop looking at my eye, bro.
Well, Paul, I think we're on world record watch. Why? Because both Benjamin and Warholm know exactly what to expect from each other. That's a quick shot of Rye's coach, Joanna Hayes, who I spoke to today. She said she was extremely nervous because she knows Rye is probably...
I hear that.
Well, Paul, I think we're on world record watch. Why? Because
Rye. Because Rye Benjamin, he's right here. He's the... Okay.
Both Benjamin and Warholm know exactly what to expect from each other. That's a quick shot of Rye's coach, Joanna Hayes, who I spoke to today. She said she
avenges the loss to Warholm here in Tokyo.
And look at Joanna Hayes, his coach. All the nerves. And she can't quite celebrate yet. She can celebrate Rye, but she's got one more athlete to come on the women's side.
Oh, scary.
But the fight that we were expecting from the world record holder, Warholm, never materialized. He hit that hurdle, and that took him out of the race as Samba celebrates his 2nd bronze medal at Worlds, and dos Santos gets another silver for Brazil.
One of the top 10 performances ever in the 400-meter hurdles. Nathaniel Ezekiel gets a national record finishing in 4th, but the pain and disappointment that we saw from Rye Benjamin 4 years ago, like the Olympic rings on the main straightaway, have been erased.
Yeah, and the fan in me, that smack of hurdle 10 that Rye did, I felt like that took him out of world record range, because for this to be 46.5, he was in bad shape. It's a good thing he had all of that lead after he got over hurdle 10, because that was the most ungainly clearance that he has had in a major of hurdle 10. So with his coach looking on, Rye Benjamin had a nice lead as he came off of the turn. Karsten Warholm still seemed like he might have been in striking range, but Rye Benjamin just finishes too well. But
look at that. He's stepping on the hurdle. He said, ooh.
This hurdle
almost fell. Like,
10.
Cover. Slowed him down, though. He would have got the world record.
Hurdle 10 is one that he will go back and say, wow. What maybe could have been. Because he crashed it and then had to regain his balance. Look at dos Santos of Brazil coming up way on the outside in 9 to get past Samba. as the NCAA champ,
I'll finish
Ezekiel
by
just
Nigeria,
misses
bro.
a medal for
Hold your forward,
Nigeria.
buddy.
And as you mentioned, the longest active world title drought in any sprint event for Team USA is over. The next longest drought in the women's 200, they have a chance to end that drought coming up later.
So Rai Benjamin has... There's another great look at Joanna Hayes, herself the Olympic champion in the 100-meter hurdles back in Athens 2004. Rai Benjamin is continuing to check boxes on his resume. This is his very first world title.
Well, it's pretty dramatic, 15 minutes or so for Rai Benjamin, but it ends with him wearing the crown. He is the world champion, and he'll break it all down with Lewis.
Well, it wasn't without some drama. We'll get to that in just a second. But Rai, give me your thoughts on your first world title over Warholm on this track.
Man, it feels great. Complete reverse to what happened in 21 without the world record, but I'm happy I came out here and got the job done. Finally, got another major championship individually under my belt, so I can sleep well tonight and get ready for the 4x4 on Sunday.
So you're literally on the track with the crown on, celebrating. How did you get the news that you had been initially disqualified?
So we were sitting down by the elimination chairs, ironically, and Dos Santos said, yeah, they're reviewing the race, and I might be DQ'd. And I was like, wait, what? How? So I'm like, did I step on the line? And they said, no, like, it might have been because that last hurdle. But when that fatigue sets in, those hurdles get really high for those at home who know. So I think that was the issue, is just making sure I made an honest attempt to actually clear the hurdle. But that was just all grit and just fighting for my life coming home right there. So that's what the holdup was about.
Going back to the stretch run, it seems like you really broke Warholm as you made the turn for home. Can you just talk about the preparation Joanna Hayes had to watch? She's screaming, watching you do your thing, just to be able to make that turn home and be strong to the finish.
Yeah, I think our goal the last month after USA's was to be clean through 4, and that's always been my mishap, is stuttering at either 3 or 4. So the goal was to take 12 to 3, which is my non-dominant leg, which is my left leg, or take 12 to 4, same thing with my non-dominant leg. So I was just so open so fast on the back stretch that I took 12 to 3, and I knew at that point I was like, okay, we're gonna be fast to 8 to hurdle 8. So it's just a matter of just holding on at that point. So I think I did a good job until that point, until the monkey hopped on my back, and at that point it's just like, being in good technique, and fortunately, like, I just got real gritty at the end and just was fighting for it. So I'm happy it worked out in my favor.
Yeah, from the tears 4 years ago on this track to now the smile on the crown. Congratulations, world champion.
I know. Thanks, Mom. I know you're at home laughing right now and you're happy. So this one's for you. This one's for everyone back home. My coaches in high school, Coach Watts. I knew you're not here, but this one's for everyone.
Well, Karsten, what are your thoughts on this? Really was like an epic final here.
It was too epic for my part, let's be honest. It's, I strained something in my leg over that first hurdle. Crashed like hell into hurdle 2 or 3. And it's just shit. I know you're not supposed to say that on TV in America, but it was shit. Let's be honest.
I like this guy. I like this guy. Honestly. Yeah, I like him.
I know you're not supposed to say that on TV in America, but it was shit. Let's be honest.
Emotionally, I know you're an ultimate competitor. You're not called the Viking for no reason. So how do you deal with this and then continue to move on in your career?
Yeah, I get pissed, obviously. This is just terrible. Not what I wanted at all. So even if I got an injury as well, it's not fun. Yeah, that's the way it is.
All right, well, thank you for stopping. Well, Allison, back in a 400-meter hurdle final.
You heard that? Shit happens. Keep it moving, buddy boy.
Of course, you know what gold is like. You were just reminding me that you were 5th before, and now you're back on the podium. What are your thoughts, man?
I'm happy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy. I feel like I was struggling a little bit in this championship to find myself, to just get the rhythm between the hurdles, because like I was in a good shape, 46.8, I was in a good shape, but like I was struggling at the beginning of the race, like fitting the hurdles, but I was able to find myself in the finals, just like do a great resume and get back home with the silver. The first time getting the silver, but I'm happy, I'm proud, I'm excited.
Bro.
Tell us what it's like to be in a big final like this, but be out in lane 9 where you can't see anybody. What is that like?
I think like I would thank Kareem and Paulino yesterday, because I was watching them before I go to bed, and see Paulino running, just going through, just be strong without like seeing no one. You know, I guess as my coach said before the race, like when you're training, there's no one in the lane ahead of you, so just see as a practice, just go out there and run fast, and I did my race.
You've always spoken to us in English, but I know your native tongue is Portuguese in Brazil. There's some fans back at watching. Say something to them, man.
Rapaziada, esquece. Ganhamos, ó, prata. Prata no peito, isso aqui é vitória pra gente. Agradeço todo mundo que participou dessa vitória, que tava comigo, que apoiou e sabe disso, né, rapaziada? Vamos que vamos. É só o começo da jornada, tem muito por vir ainda. Obrigado, tamo junto.
And the only word I know is obrigado.
Yeah, but you gotta learn Portuguese though. It's pretty easy, it's pretty easy.
No, it's
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
No, it's not easy. Caralho. All right, guys. Like and subscribe for more Jaja the Goat Reacts. Comment down below if you guys want me to watch some weird shit. I watch anything. Any tips? Because, you know, it's like my third video ever. So, yeah. Obrigado. Shoo. Cha, 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 cha.